Hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be starting a weekly reading book vlog, whatever you want to call it. I have lots of plans for this week for some reading. In fact, today I am going to my local silent book club, so it's really awesome. We meet at a cafe and we just bring whatever it is that we want to bring to read, and we just sit for an hour and just read silently. It's so much fun. And then next week, a spin-off of this same book club. They recently started more guided book clubs. So we'll be meeting next week and reading a specific book and talking about it. That book is going to be How to Solve Your Own Murder. So I haven't started it yet. I'm going to need to in the next couple of days because obviously we're meeting for that next Saturday. But for now, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go check out a small little downtown artisan market to see if there's anything cool and cute there. It's at my local bookstore. And then after Silent Book Club, my boyfriend and I are meeting up in downtown. There is a big art festival going on. I actually went yesterday with one of my friends who is visiting me, but he wasn't able to come, so him and I are gonna go and we're gonna look at all the art and hang out downtown. And then yeah. So the book I'm currently reading and what I'm bringing to Silent Book Club is The 12 Kingdoms by Dana A. Caldwell. I am a little over 50% into it and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's got a really good amount of world building and character development and things. So I'm excited to get a little bit more tackled in this book during that time, that dedicated silent reading time. So that'll be good. So thanks for hanging out and I hope you enjoy this video.
I shit my pants.
You're an idiot.
Huh?
You're an idiot.
I know.
Good morning, happy Monday, start of a new work week. So I have a big project that I'm working on this week, but in between that, I am hoping to get lots of reading done. I have, I think, 170 pages left in the 12 Kingdoms. I'm going to try and finish that today. That is my goal, hopefully kind of early this evening so I can start my next book. I started an arc last night of The Lavender Blade and I got a few chapters into that and I'm enjoying that so far. So I want to work on that because I need to do that before the end of the month, but the main focus needs to be reading How to Solve Your Own Murder because I have book club for that this Saturday. So I need to have it read before then. I talked to a few of the people at Silent Book Club and they said that it reads pretty fast. So hopefully that means I'll be good if I lock in and do it. I have that on my Kindle already ready to go. But yeah, so I'm gonna start work now. I've cleared out all the busy tasks, so now it's just kind of cleaning up and do the other things I need to do and then focusing on my project for the day. But yeah, let's go. Okay, so I'm just coming on here to say that I just finished reading The 12 Kingdoms by Dana Caldwell, and overall, I really liked it. I will give a more in-depth review and explanation probably on TikTok and Instagram, and then of course on my Goodreads, and then on my like May wrap up video. So I would recommend this. It was a really good start to a fantasy series by a debut author, and that's really cool. So she did a really great job. So now I've sat down to eat dinner and I'm gonna watch some YouTube probably. Maybe might watch some Love on the Spectrum, we'll see. And then later on, I'm going to either pick up and start How to Solve Your Own Murder, or I'm gonna get back into The Lavender Blade, which is the arc that I started last night, so. Okay, so today is Wednesday and I totally forgot to update this on Monday. I posted an Instagram and TikTok like semi-review about it, but overall I did really enjoy this book. So yeah, definitely would recommend this. 4 stars is what I gave it overall, and I am kind of excited to see like where this goes in the future. I don't think this author has announced any details about the second book coming out, but hopefully she does soon because I am really curious to see where this goes. But I feel like this was a really good like debut book for a YA like kind of epic fantasy. So yeah, that was that. And then after that, I started How to Solve Your Own Murder because this is going to be the book club book for this Saturday. Like I said, I started it Monday. I only read a few pages on Monday. And since then, like I'm only on page 49. I'm 13, it says 13%, but I don't know that that's accurate. But I'm on page 49. I think I'm enjoying it so far. It's still too early to tell because the introduction to like the main plot hasn't been started yet. I am really curious about this great aunt. So far, all that we really know about her is just from these journal entries. So it's not a spoiler, but they just found her dead. And that's all that we have gotten to. So I'm really curious to kind of read more about these like profiles that she's written of all of the people she's ever met to try and like figure out who is going to murder her in the future. Cause she's like read a fortune when she's 16, like a fortune teller tells her that she's gonna be murdered one day. So she starts like living her life in complete paranoia and just keeps these really detailed profiles of every single human being she meets to kind of figure out if they're gonna be it. So I think our main character, Annie, I think her name's Annie. I can't remember, but I think she might be trying to use her aunt's journals to figure out who killed her. But I've been doing that. But last night, Patrick came over and we made sushi together and it was really yummy, but he couldn't stay the night. So after he left, I didn't really feel like reading. I just wanted to play video games. And Palia, I've heard it say both ways. I like to say Palia, but Palia just did an update and I have not played that game in like 2 years. So I was like, well, let me give it another try. I downloaded it on my Switch and then started completely over from scratch. And it's fine. Like, you know, I'm still like getting through like the early story points, but I think that the game might just be a little bit too big for the Switch because the loading time and the frame rate's just kind of not great sometimes, which is really frustrating. But I don't want to play on my PC because my PC is also not very good. So I'm like, I don't know. But I started playing that, did that a little while, got bored, and then switched over to Skyrim. It's another game that I haven't played in several years, so I started a new save file on that one and did that as well. But now today I've been kind of bouncing back to Palia. I just kind of want to keep exploring it. I want to see the things that are new that I haven't seen yet or didn't get far enough into the game when I played it before. Because I really only maybe put like 10 hours into the game the first time I played. So I want to play a little longer and really see what it can do because so many people play and talk about this game on Twitch. So anyways, I want to check that out. That's the only updates I have for right now. So I'm gonna spend a big chunk of today hopefully reading this because I only have until Saturday to complete it. I'm really curious what the discussion questions are going to be because sometimes I'll read a book and I'll be like, yeah, I liked it. It was cool. A couple of these scenes really stuck out to me, but in general, I don't remember a lot about a book sometimes after I read it unless it really, really, really sticks with me. So I am worried I might not be a very good contributor to the conversation, but we'll see. I'm dog sitting for my parents today. Come here. Hi, sweet girl. Isn't she so cute? Hey. Hi. Okay, so this book actually goes pretty hard. I'm really enjoying this. Like, I need to know who the murderer is. Tell me right now. So there's been multiple moments I've been shocked. So let's see how it goes. How far am I into it? 62%. I'm on page 203. Not my typical read, but I'm digging this. This was a good book club pick so far. Okay, so last night I finished How to Solve Your Own Murder, and I think overall I did like it. I am not much of a murder mystery reader, which I think I've mentioned before, but there were certain parts that really got me. I definitely gasped at certain moments when I was like, oh my god, what is happening? Like, someone pulled out a gun and shot it at someone. But then, like, when it got to the end and the killer was revealed, it was kind of disappointing. And then they were doing that whole like, oh, let me get the villain to explain their whole plan. And then once that was taken care of at the end, it was like several pages of everyone being like, explain to us how you figured it out and explain to us the whole story. And it was just like, I don't know like how the main character figured out all of these things, considering that like she was kind of dumb throughout the whole book. I don't know. And I was just like, I wish it was like more show don't tell in it. I think that's just what I wish that we figured it out along the way with her more instead of her telling us everything. I think that's the only thing I would change. But I still had a really good time with this. Apparently a second book just came out a couple weeks ago. I'm probably not going to read it. I read the premise and I was like, that doesn't appeal to me. But yeah, so now that I finished that, I am going to be starting Six Crimson Cranes, which was on my prompt list for a book with a number in the title. So I'm really excited about this one. The summary on the back sounds really exciting. So yeah, let's go do that. Okay, so that's all that I have for this little weekly reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I am new here on YouTube, so your early support really means a lot to me, and it's like you guys are like indie fans, you know what I mean? So anyways, thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!